Are you allergic to woo-woo vibes? Me too. But give me a few minutes and I will convince you to give this book a chance. The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Just finished it. You've heard me talk about it. It is awesome. So, what's so great about this book? It's, as it says in its introduction, spiritual growth shouldn't be super complicated. It should be simple, clear, and intuitively obvious. That's what I love about this. He says profound truths in such a simple way that it's irrefutable. You are making a choice to either be happy or not to be happy in some very basic respects. So I love that. I have read a lot of things about spiritual or personal growth. Also, mood management, as someone who at times slips into depression or more commonly has sort of a reactive personality. You can either like get super pouty or be short-tempered. Overall, try to be a mellow, cool guy. But man, life, Anyhow, anything that I read or that gives me a leg up on the challenging life situations we all face, but something that helps not just in the chill early morning sipping coffee reading, let's nourish the garden sort of mood, but when you're in the middle of those stressful situations, you can either make things better or worse. And if you go with your instincts, you're probably going to make it worse. So he gave me a few tools that I have used while I've been reading this. Even this weekend, I have used them. So if you've watched this far, I recommend this, and that I have recommended it. The three basic things that I have gotten from this would kind of correspond with the three basic parts of the book. The first part one, awakening consciousness. So in this, basically the mental picture I got from this is there from the moment you're born or prior, there's an observer of your life. Like, who are you? And that is who you really are. You're not at the same time, you are the child you were growing up or the teenager later. The bodies are different. The thoughts are different. It's still you. If you're old, you're all the ages that you have been simultaneously. I'm butchering this up. Mr. Takeaway. The takeaway is that you're not your body. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your feelings. All those things I described, something else is watching, is experiencing. So they're like, the concept of having that feelings and emotions are actually objects that you can step away from, step behind. The concept of the seat of the soul is what I'm trying to get to. Part 1, awakening consciousness. You have the seat of your soul. So instead of getting wrapped up in the emotions, you just take a seat. To me, it's like this simple stone throne. Sit down, and I'm watching this stuff happen. And in the middle of a, I don't want to say fight, but having a misunderstanding with somebody, when you get, I've like physically get defensive or droopy, and this allowed me to kind of sit back and like, okay, relax. You're watching this happen. This is probably a poor take on it. The second part is experiencing energy, which is something I struggle with. I'm sort of low energy. Well, a whole nother topic, but I think I sort of have a little manic personality, so sometimes you can't slow me down. Other times, just barely dragging through the day. But it's the first time I really thought about energy coming from the heart. So maybe the reason I like animals is I think in pictures as well. So I'm well versed with the feeling of your heart closing and the energy closing. And also, I mean, I don't want to sound like my life is a total drag. I have some happy times too, laughing with the wife. But, when things are good, you feel your heart open and energy flowing. So besides the stone throne where myself is sitting, overall, in my head, this is sort of like a very simple stone chamber. The edges receding into shadow. And in the middle of the floor is a pit. Like a pit in a sandstone, in a flagstone floor. And within this pit is a stream. And the stream, the strength of the stream corresponds to my energy, the openness of my heart. So at the very challenging times when I'm shut down, it's a hair thin little golden thread going into this, coming out of this pit. And it should be this solid column of golden energy when things are going swell, And then when you're super happy, to me, it's like a torrent, like a column waterfall, just overflowing the aperture of this hole, and the chamber goes from super dim when you have just that thread of low energy to you're just blinded by by this energy flow. And so those are pictures that are easy for me to keep in my head and that I found valuable. The third section, he actually has 5 sections. Oh, and Michael Singer, I think this is you can see this guy. He looks happy. I would trust this. He looks like a happy guy. He looks like you could just sit down next to him on a park bench and walk away with like, oh my God, this dude. I mean, like, yeah. I'd never thought of it that way. The last 3 sections would be freeing yourself, going beyond, and living life. And those 3 together, in my head, are most easily summarized with what he's almost at the very end. It comes down to, we just need to get out of our own damn way, enjoy life as it's coming at us, enjoy the challenges, the joys, and vow. The one vow in life is vow to be happy, because it really comes down to your choice. If you throw conditions upon it, then there will always be conditions. And this isn't easy. It's not an easy vow to stick to. But if you think of it as a vow, someone like me, it's easier to abstain from challenging things. It has helped me. Do I still get mad? Yeah. If enlightenment would equate to a walk around the planet, in my spiritual growth, I feel like maybe I'm at the end of the block and I can still see the trailer. So I got a long ways to go. I'm just saying, the Untethered Soul, Michael Singer, has helped me at least get to the end of the block. So I wholeheartedly recommend it, and hopefully you will check it out and share it with others too. So I'm so thankful I read this, and keep reading. And thank you for my friend who turned me on to this book, actually.